I refuse to acknowledge this movie's existence. The only back in action I want to be a part of is Looney Tunes. That's it. What's up, Netflix fans? We're always talking the latest Netflix movie and series. Today's movie is Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx. They're back in action. Former CIA spies Emily and Matt are pulled back into espionage after their secret identities are exposed. This is rated PG-13. There's violence, action, suggestive references, strong language, brief teen partying. That's what the official rating says. And, you know, it's a conveyor belt. That's what Netflix is with these bringing stars in action movies at this point, right? Because I could list off so many of these, and you'll think to yourself, which one was that? Was that the one? No, because they're all the same. Now, I'm not saying Netflix hasn't had good movies. I'm just saying, like, this specific brand, this and the teen coming-of-age drama comedy type movie. They've had a lot of those and a lot of these, and back in action is kind of what I fear. Now, I will say this. I didn't expect the kids to play a major role in this movie. One, because I didn't even watch a trailer. I knew nothing, but Cameron Diaz is back after 10 plus years of not acting. Admittedly, it's really cool to see her back, and there are times where she and Jamie Foxx, they're going back and forth, and I'm sitting back going, all right, I do like these two. And I kind of like them on screen together. I don't know if they have chemistry, per se. It's hard to tell with a script like this, but I like them.
I mean, it's all right.
But like Lift and The Union last year, do you remember those? I will give you bonus points if you put the names of the stars of those movies in the comments down below. Because again, there have been so many of these. Just like those, this becomes a generic, a cliche-filled, a conventional, these words that I feel like I use over and over in these reviews. But I mean, it's because that's what it is. I mean, there's nothing more to be said about this film other than you know exactly where it's going. Now, again, the kids, the element of the kids was super solid, right? We meet up with them years later after we get to see the beginning of their relationship of sorts, and it's a very generic and frankly messy handful of scenes where they're fighting and they're in battle, and she says she's pregnant, yada, yada, yada. Okay, cool. Now we're in present day. Now I think the movie gets a little more interesting because they are an interesting family, and I do think the dynamic is rock solid at times. I like the way the kids bounce off of the parents, and you've got the young teenage daughter who always gets herself in trouble. I do wish they would do away with that kind of trope. And then the really nerdy younger brother, again, a trope that we've seen 1,000 times, but I do think the kids do a nice job. So this isn't the fault of the cast, especially when Glenn Close comes in, attempts to surprise you. I mean, she's on IMDb, and even if you didn't know that, who cares? But she plays our eccentric and no-nonsense grandma. Mom and dad are on the run, and I won't reveal how long it takes the kids to kind of figure things out. You know, eventually it does become more of a family thing. I guess it's more like The Incredibles than not like The Incredibles, except they don't have superpowers. You also have Seth Gordon, director of Horrible Bosses, Identity Thief, the really bad Baywatch movie, but a guy who has worked within the confines of similar genres or at least types of movies before Baywatch. Yikes. He has worked on some really good television shows, though. Great television director. And there were points in the film where I'm getting that vibe of these four on screen together, going back and forth, the arguing, the realization of everything going on, the more grand spy theme, which doesn't matter. I mean, the reason that these people are after them in the first place, it is the most like who cares situation, but it's really the journey with the family, and that's what I think puts this movie maybe a step above what a lot of people were expecting, and I'm sure a lot of people are expecting bad, and it is bad in its own way, but there are times when you're watching it going, okay, that was actually kind of sweet. So I know I kind of set you up for failure here, but it's reverse psychology. The movie is, well, it's not good, but there are moments that are sweet. The action, you know, Jamie Foxx using the gas pump as the weapon, Cameron Diaz doing flips off of cars. All right, it's fine. I wouldn't even call it entertaining. It's just, it's there. And again, the fact that I was more concerned with the familial relationship. One, that's a testament to where I am in my life. More concerned with the son and daughter, like, hey, go take care of your kids. You just let them go in a gas station by themselves with people who are okay. All right, I shouldn't say that. They are kind of overwhelming and overbearing parents. They're watching their daughter walk into school with binoculars. And again, their daughter's just kind of, she's got a boyfriend. She's going to clubs. She's doing all kinds of stuff. She's misbehaved. Is that what it's like to be a father? Or is this just a generic cliche trope? I've got like 14 more years to find out. And I'm terrified. I've also got Andrew Scott and Kyle Chandler in this movie as generic characters number 1 and 2. Like, obviously, you've got to have a big boss of the group that they're in. I don't even remember what that group is anymore. And then Andrew Scott's character was kind of hilarious at times. It's like, you know what they're setting him up to do, but at the same time, what he's given, like, he's such a good actor, yet he's given such bleh dialogue, and I guess I could say that about everyone at times. And it's a movie with, jumping around consistently, no real flow to it, but one that you could, per se, put on in the background. I know Netflix recently said, okay, we make movies sometimes as background movies, and I'm like, you probably shouldn't tell people that, because that's not a good thing. As a spy movie, it's bad. As a family trip film, it's generic and average, but you could do worse than generic and average. That's what I always tell my wife, and she's still here for now. What more is there to say? Before I give you my score, why are you watching this? Do you want to see Cameron Diaz back? Is it something to put on in the background? I am genuinely curious, and is it better than you thought it would be? I guess for me, not expecting anything, it sort of was. And drop that like if you want to see a review for Wolfman. I'm debating, I'm a little late, so just let me know. Back in Action takes a generic script and a notable cast and combines them into an uninspiring yet moderately entertaining film that works far better when the focus is on the family dynamic, right? A stacked cast if you look at it, but at the end of the day, you're mostly there with our core 4, and they are fun-ish together. Everybody else is there. Why is Andrew Scott in this movie? All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.